We back. We back. We back. We back. We back. We three kings is in the building. Big Willie Styles, King, Big A. We back officially. Season 2 of We Three Kings, where we talk about your favorite sports team, Lions, Pistons, Wolverines, of course, and any other things that we got going around for the city and for the culture. Hey, man, it's been a minute, y'all. What's up?
It's been a minute, man. We got so much to talk about, a lot to talk about.
A lot to talk about, man. That's why we had to give it a minute because we needed to build up and have some things to go off of. But first things first, let's get into them Detroit Lions, man. What of course, it's been a little bit of high expectations. I feel it's a sense of, you got a good feeling going on right now, don't you think?
Well, yeah, building up from camp first and foremost. Besides us going out to camp and seeing things, up close and personal, it's been a hell of an energy around the city when it comes to the Detroit Lions this year. The expectations are definitely high. We got a lot of people flipping their wig over preseason right now. You know how that goes. But man, the feeling is different. The air here in Detroit is just different, man. It's a beautiful thing to see.
Right. Now, we of course, King and I, we attended the training camps this year. Got a lot to see a few things up close. See how practices goes and how organized it was, which is a good thing in my eyes to see how they go from different spots. But during training camp, what did you see that intrigued you the most there, King?
Man, what intrigued me the most was, just the battles, man, with the rookies. You know what I'm saying? Obviously, Aiden Hutchinson going up against a second-year player in Sewell, knowing that he's a powerhouse, but not even just Sewell. Aiden went up against a couple of people, you know what I'm saying, when it comes to that offensive line. We expect that offensive line to be top 5 this year in the entire NFL. So to see Aiden be able to go through those battles and have his get-offs, you know what I'm saying, the rookie moments with TJ Hockenson, that was fun. But then you look at a guy in Rodrigo who was drafted late in this draft, you know what I'm saying? And he's going out there being successful in camp, and it's built him all the way up to where he's out there playing with the starting unit. So it's been fun, man. It's been a lot of fun watching these dudes, watching them grinding out, watching the team, the energy, the coaches. And, of course, we got Hard Knocks, so we get to see a little bit behind the closed doors,
Exactly. It's like, so who would you say during the training camp periods while we was out there, who would you say would have been like the MVP of the training camp, if you would say?
I have to go. Man, that's tough. That is tough. I have to go with Chark, man. Chark was.
Yes.
I gotta go with Chark, man.
Yes. You know where I thought you was going to go?
Where?
Kennedy.
Yeah, TK85, baby. That's my guy.
Yeah. King, I agree with you on that. Listen, it looks like, watching, the training camps, like Shark is going to be a great acquisition that we picked up on. He was out there catching everything and over everybody, making unbelievable plays. So definitely look forward to seeing what he's going to do during the season. Now, with the training camp comes the preseason games. Now, we didn't had 2 preseason games, of course. Yesterday we won, 27-26 in the game that we played yesterday. Mostly it was just, like I said, really no starters was out there, but a lot of second string and third string of bubble guys that was playing out there. So if you wanted to, what did you get from that game yesterday, if you want to elaborate?
What I got from that game yesterday is simply, guys just getting reps. I didn't take anything definitive away from this game. Tom Kennedy was Tom Kennedy again. He was the only one out there getting the touchdowns from both quarterbacks. But other than that, just a bunch of casual things. Austin Bryant doing Austin Bryant things.
Of course.
You know what I'm saying? So
now I would say this. There is a competition going on in that backfield.
It definitely is.
Yes. Now that was his first go round, and he came out the gate, and I was like, because I remember him when he was over in San Diego, and I know that he had some moves on. So to finally see him out there, It's going to be a tough cut day when it comes to that running back room because Reynolds was out there also looking pretty good, as well as Jefferson and a couple of other guys on the running game. So that's what I've really seen and paid attention to. Also, really looking into our depth at linebacker, to see who's going to make that linebacker core. Of course, they had Rodrigo out there playing as well, just to get him some more reps, as well as Jordan Davis came in late in the second half. It's good to see him back. I wonder if he's established himself enough to be able to stay, with this Lions team. So hopefully, this second time around, he makes a difference. But with yesterday, like you said, you want to see what of course, the quarterback situation is going to look like. And to me, honestly, it looks like second string quarterback should be David Blau.
Yeah,
in my opinion.
Even though he threw the pick. Yeah, it bounced off the receiver's chest. He shouldn't have tried to squeeze it in there. Fine. Tim Boyle had a solid game yesterday. He did. But this is preseason Boyle. You know what I'm saying? With Green Bay, that was his name. He was preseason Boyle. That's what he does. You know what I'm saying? Me personally, I think we're disastrous with both of those guys as a backup. But between the two, I'd just rather go with Blau. Number one, because he's more mobile. Even though when he tries to run and throw the ball is not the greatest thing to watch. But when he's running to get a first down, he's pretty mobile. I like that about him. He will take a chance. He will take them shots. Either way it go, Goff go down. We're done. We're finished.
Yeah. We might. If he goes down, we definitely will have to go into the free agency market and see what quarterbacks that's out there that can try to carry us over. Like I said, I agree with you with Blau because the simple fact that he has the ability to extend the plays. That's the thing that Boyle doesn't do. Once the pocket collapses, like, okay, he's going down. At least Blau gives you a little opportunity whether he can scramble or keep the play going for us, which gives us a chance to extend the play. So I'll definitely go with Blau in that scenario. And hopefully we don't have to go through that. And Goff stays up. And that's crazy that we got to hope that Goff stays upright.
Yeah. Yeah. Like I say, it's not a situation we're not used to here in Detroit. You know what I'm saying? It's something that we've been seeing for many, many years with we have a quarterback, man. And if we lose that quarterback, it's literally nothing coming behind it. The only time we were solid is when we had Sean Hill around here. Remember Sean Hill? Sean
Hill was a beast for me, man. I ain't gonna lie. He came in and he did his thing. So I'm not knocking Sean Hill, man, for real. He was honestly, he probably was like the best backup we had.
Yeah, it's familiar. You know what I'm saying? We know what this is. Some of us wanted Malik Willis in the later round. That didn't happen. We got to get over it. It is what it is.
It would have been entertaining just to see. It's a whew, you know what?
Even talking about the linebacker room when you were just talking about Willie, I know you got a lot to say about that, Big A, because we still super duper thin at that linebacker unit, even though we got a guy in Rodriguez, man, that likes to hit, that can show he can fill the gaps properly. You seen that from Shep, you know what I'm saying, on Hard Knocks, but it's just him. It's him, and then you got Anzalone, who's a starter, but that's it. And Anzalone is not that guy, you know what I'm saying?
So he's like a walking stick, man. Nobody fear him when they see him. And that was my thing, and we was all talking about it, like, especially when they went and got Pascal. We like, dude, like, what are we doing here? Like, okay, even if you didn't want to go get Malik Willis, you got Nakobe Dean sitting there. You got Leo Chanel sitting there. Right. You got McFadden from Indiana sitting there. I mean, McFadden's out there playing with a broken hand, getting sacks against Michigan, man. We don't at linebacker. We don't have nobody that, like you say, that's about to come thump. And I like Rodriguez, but the thing about him, what gets him is, for one, how tall he is, and it's like he can get caught up in the wash. You know what I'm saying? But the guy got the heart of a lion, though, and that's all we got.
Right, exactly.
That's all we got.
So, question from Toronto. I want to address this about the Raekwon. He has decided to play it out his last year, so we wouldn't be able to go ahead and go forward. Even though we talked about trying to trade for him, but he said he's going to play out that last year and test the free agency afterwards, I guess. So that was a wishful thinking, but damn sure We had a couple of first round picks next season that we could use one of them to get that.
Give up one for him and go get Sewell too. You know what I'm saying?
There you go. So I believe that's where our next draft is going to be focusing on, is getting that linebacker more, athletic, and
they gotta get a quarterback, bro. I don't care. Like, Goff is on them ladder side, right?
Yeah.
And it's like when you have teams like you got Green Bay, they went and got Aaron Rodgers was doing whatever he was talking about doing. They went and got them a quarterback. He's going to be allowed to sit there and groom. Look at San Francisco. If they would have just, like, at the end of the day, it's a business and you got to think about the future. If San Francisco would have said, no, man, we don't want to hurt Jimmy G's feelings, they wouldn't have Trey Lance right now. And look at the GOAT, Belichick. He has his franchise quarterback. He has him. And he still went and got a quarterback this draft. This how many quarterbacks was coming out this draft, man.
Mm-hmm. Most definitely, you guys are going to have to address that, because, like I said, Goff is going to be on the decline of what his position is. So we do need to fill in for the future, because our future with the young guys that we have on that front line, like our line is not old at all. So we got a young line, so we want to be able to have a good quarterback with our line being at its prime. And for me, that's been the story of the training camp and the preseason, is the offensive line play, and them, knock on wood, staying healthy. Because with them, I think the sky's the limit for the Lions, as far as expectation goes. For me, year after year, I was always the one. Listen, I never predict the Lions. I always say I like to watch and see. I'm a watch and see with the Lions. But when you got an offensive line like that, which was crazy that ESPN ranked them. What was they number? 20? What offensive line? I'm like, are they serious? You muted, Mark. You muted, King. I'm like,
that's my bad. I think it was 26. Yeah, I think it was 26, man.
But we talk about this all the time, right? And these are some guys that sitting behind some computer, never put their fingers in the dirt, never. And while we talking offensive line, I want to also address something, right? Everybody going crazy, because of the 1-on-1 with
Frank Ragnow.
Yeah, with Frank Ragnow. Listen here, I understand this. Anybody that's played this game, right? Center is a tough position to play, right?
Mm-hmm.
And let alone when you going in one-on-ones and a guy doesn't have to worry about, is this a handoff or a pass, right? And I'm not making any excuses for him. You know what I'm saying? But when you doing that rep as an offensive lineman, it kind of takes away your element of surprise, right?
Exactly.
And it's like you got a guy who know, hey, I just gotta get off this ball, bull rush. That's it. You don't have to play no gap schemes, no nothing. But it's one
count. No.
We talking about practice?
Yeah, we
talking about practice. That's what you talking about.
Yeah,
what gets me like what I love what Jordan Davis said when that video of him went viral, right? And right away he said, y'all talking about one rep. Y'all ain't seeing the other reps when he getting the best of me. Exactly. You know what I'm saying? Exactly. Like, I guarantee you, if you go back to that practice, because if that guy was just whooping Frank Ragnow, it would have been more than one video. You ain't seen no more videos come out.
No, not at all. That was just, it looked bad. But the thing about that I wanted to address with that, because I seen a lot of guys, they tried to make excuses for it. Oh, he got tripped, and nobody. Listen, that happens at practice. Sometimes if you're not ready, football. If you're not ready, and that guy get up under them pads and get you off your feet, you gonna hit that ground. It happens. But that just tells you, listen, you got to be ready every rep. Like, some of these guys are fighting for positions and for everything, so it happens.
Here's an
example. But you haven't seen. I don't think you've seen too much of Frank Ragnow getting put on his butt in the games too many times. So I wouldn't delve into it. But it was nice. Though.
Here's an example, Willie. For instance, is T.J. Hockenson stronger than Aiden Hutchinson? No, he's not. but he caught the hell out of Aiden Hutchinson on that one rep, which Aiden Hutchinson most likely is going to learn from. Exactly. But you got to be prepared at all times, man. All times.
But this is the thing you got to remember, right? I don't play every position on the line, from left tackle, left guard to center, right? And that's one thing we got to remember, right? 9 times out of 10, the center is going to always have help, especially when you're dealing with these big 300-pounders. Exactly. Center's going to always be 3 hands on that guy. And once again, like I say, I don't play the other side of the ball, right? And when you know, and that's why they say, well, 3rd and long come, you don't have to worry about anything. Go. Go. And that's the same thing when you're doing one-on-ones. You ain't got to worry about nothing. You don't have to worry about no scheme. You don't have to worry about no gap control. You don't have to worry about getting up the field too much. No, your whole thing is to sit up here, beat this guy straight. And I'm going to tell you, if none of y'all have ever did it, hiking that ball, getting your feet and hands ready with a 300-pounder who just got to go forward, it's a tough deal.
And it's milliseconds too.
Yeah.
It's milliseconds.
To be honest, I think we giving this a little bit too much energy.
No,
it's a practice play. Fans are going to fan. That's just what they do.
Yeah, but it was out there. Of course, we got just because it was a lot. It's a few plays as it's been circulating when you see the videos. That was one of them. Of course, we got videos, Hutchinson and the Sewell battles and a couple of from other teams as well that they get the oohs and the eyes. Like you see that. But it's definitely something that I just wanted to address for a minute because I was seeing that a lot of guys was trying to make an excuse for it. You don't have to. He got beat. It was one play. You get up and go on to the next one.
Right. Just let them fans fan, man. That's what they do. They blabber a bunch of stuff they have no clue about.
But the good thing about this season and in those situations is that we finally get it. And for a lot of these fair weather fans, you get an inside scoop of what goes on in the preparation with the Hard Knocks. And it's gaining a lot of fans because of that, because a lot of fans, they don't know the ins and outs, what goes on behind the scenes. So with Hard Knocks, it's giving you the ins and outs of what they're looking for. So when the guys was getting upset, it's the same old lines they lost in preseason. No, it's reasons why they got guys out there to where they got them at. And they putting these scenarios out there the way it is because they're looking at these guys, whether or not they're going to be on the roster or not.
But what gets me is you totally negate the fact when we had our starters out there, we went up the field with ease.
Yeah. So
with a very vanilla play call.
Yeah, and that's what it's nothing serious.
They don't realize that. You're not going to see anything that's going to be out there during the regular season. You're going to see some very vanilla football. That's just what you're going to see. They're not going out there and going to the front of the playbook and running plays. That's not what they're doing.
Listen, they hand it off and they throwing little easy routes. So that's preseason to get is more to get the guys that's rookies and the guys that's on the bubbles and the second, third string guys in to see what they can do. Get them reps, stay healthy, of course, and and make it to where everything gets set for the season. But it has been some entertaining moments watching Hard Knocks, of course, mainly with, Deuce and Aaron Glenn going back and forth. Man, you got to love that. You got to love seeing them going back and forth.
I enjoyed that the most because I feel like that's you and Big A all the time, man. The arguments, the competition between the two, that's definitely fun.
Forget Jamal Williams too, though, man.
Hey, listen, and I'm sorry, but I gotta change my tune. Jamal Williams to me was the ultimate star of training camp.
Yeah.
Being out there, that man was the first one on the field, last one off the field, interacting with the fans.
Even in Indianapolis.
He has become a fan favorite because of his interactions. You get there, he's out there early, throwing the ball back and forth with the fans in the stands. When the practice is over, he's the last one going in after signing autographs. He stays out there. Of course, with him, he's a big Anime guy.
Yeah, anime
so
guy.
Yeah, so if you brought some anime, he traded off, what you brought for anime with, things that he had, whether it's autographs or other guys' autographs. He was willing to do that. But the guy and his interaction makes him, a real fan favorite amongst Detroit fans because he shows that he cares. And of course, everybody got riled up by the speech he gave to the team.
Oh yeah, man.
Yeah.
That's a rally cry for everybody, and everybody they try to downplay it, but when you play this game, you need that. You need guys around you to see that. Yes, I see this guy. He's putting his heart into it. That ain't just for show. These guys, like I said, I know he's for real because he's out there. He didn't do that for show. If you went to the training camps, you see him being out there. So he definitely, earned some kudos from me. And I appreciate Jamal Williams and whatever he does going forward, whether he stays this year, next year, whatever he does. He's always going to be a Detroit Lion in my heart because of the character guy that he's shown to be.
Yeah, and like I said, when it comes to, you do have some moments that may be a little bit scripted, when it comes to Hard Knocks, but you can tell what's authentic. We got an opportunity at camp to know when they were doing something for the camera and when they was actually getting after it. You know what I'm saying? So, you don't even notice the cameras are there. To be honest, if you're there, you don't even notice the cameras are there. These guys are literally out there doing their thing. You know what I'm saying? It's not like they're saying action and cut out there.
Exactly.
With that speech and the way he showed the emotion in that speech, but you got to have those guys on your team who actually give a damn about losing.
That's a fact.
You know what I'm saying? Not those guys that's in the locker room smiling and having fun after you got, slaughtered. You need those guys around. Like, listen, man, we won 3 games last season. This is, we got to go get after it. You know what I'm saying?
You know what the worst is, King? Like you say, after you got slaughtered and you got somebody in the locker room talking about their stats, bro.
Yeah.
Them is the worst type of teammates to ever have because at the end of the day, the only stats that should matter is that W or that L, man. And that's like when Jamal did that, man, and it's like he cared. You know what I'm saying? He cared. Like you say, man, we won 3 games last year, man. This ain't the same team. And you need those type of guys. And the Lions would be crazy to let him leave the city, man.
Yeah, you got to keep him around just for the locker room now.
Yeah, like you remember when they went back to Green Bay and they was booing him, he was telling the fans, I didn't want to leave. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And now he feel like he a Detroiter, man.
Yeah.
You got to keep them guys around, man.
Those type of dudes, man, they embrace the city. If you show them love, they'll go all out to show the love, in return. So you got to keep them guys. Those guys are diamonds, man. But with that said, we've had 2 preseason games with a loss and a win, a gut-wrenching loss in the preseason first game. We were there live.
You're right.
But who's your star of the preseason? Who is your star of the preseason? Let's go with the offensive side of the ball first. Who's your star of the preseason, Big A?
Gotta go Kennedy, bro.
Yeah.
You gotta go Kennedy. He's the one, like I say, he's proved, like even Ocho Cinco had to say, hey, man, you put me on notice. I know your name now. You know what I'm saying? That guy catches everything. You know what I'm saying? So, to me, it has to be Kennedy, hands down.
Yeah, absolutely. What about you, Willie?
I agree. Just with the opportunities that he's getting, and he's taking advantage of those opportunities to get out there and make plays and make himself, available for this team. He's going to make it hard. I want to say he's not even nowhere near the cut list. If he is, that's got to be asinine.
Yeah.
Offensively, I would have to say Kennedy. Outside of him, it really ain't really too many more I can see offensively that I could say that I could think of outside of Funches.
Funches is also a name because, like I said, our starters, they played 12 reps, man, and that's all we've seen.
Yeah, right.
You know what I'm saying?
But we're looking for those other guys right now.
Right.
So.
Right. So Tom Kennedy, man, I can definitely agree with that.
AKA Wes Welker.
Yeah, right. The Detroit Wes Welker.
Wes Welker. There you go.
But when we look at the defensive side of the ball, that's where it gets a little bit interesting because there are certain guys that's been making plays on the defense. And you can go with all 3 levels of the defense and try to pick one. Who's your guy, Big A?
Obviously outside of Aiden, because I was saying his preseason was done after the first game. You know what I'm saying? He did what he had to do. And this gonna be one that surprised you, man. I'm gonna go with Okuda.
Oh,
that's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about.
Oh, wait a minute now. Wait a minute.
That's what I'm talking about. That man been solid in the preseason.
I have to give it to him. The first game, he was around the ball.
Yep.
He hasn't been beat. You know, he ain't giving up nothing. Second game, he just real sticky. Like and like I say, to me, because it's hard to go with anybody else, right? Like I know, like a lot of people saying, like Jared Davis, you know, he was around the ball, especially first game, he's around the ball, but you still seeing those miscues will kind of end up having him bounce from team to team, right?
Mm-hmm.
And to me, I'm gonna go with Okuda or Bryant, man. But
and that's where I was going. I was going Austin Bryant, man.
I second that. I was going with Bryant myself.
Yeah,
defensive wise,
he's just production, man. When he's out there and available, he shows up in moments you need him to, but he's production. You know what I'm saying? That's just what he is. And a lot of us had a question about that with him coming from Clemson, playing with all the guys that he did during that year. And you know, the problem never was that, it was health with him. It was definitely health with him. Even when he was here during the Matt Patricia era, when he did hit the field, he made some plays. That's just what he did. You know?
And him being staying healthy and making the plays that he makes, it brings the necessary depth that we need. Yeah. You know, with us, you know, drafting Hutchinson, Aqua brothers, and him being out there, the DN depth is something that we lacked over the last several years. And the fact that we can have healthy guys out there to come in and rotate and be able to get pressure on the quarterback, which we haven't had in years, it's definitely an upside because, like I said, we're still shaky on that linebacker core. Of course, the secondary seems to be, it's going to be solid, of course, but to be able to get some pressure on the ball, it really helps the back seven out tremendously.
We get into it, Sports Fan Forever.
Oh yeah, we definitely gonna get to that, you know, later on in the show. So, is it too early for predictions, guys? Or we want to wait till after the preseason over before we do predictions?
We can do predictions now. I think it's.
Yeah, I don't think so.
Yeah, I don't think it's too early. We can do some early season predictions.
Early season. So, are we going game by game, or are we just gonna go overall record?
Overall
record. I'm going 10-7.
I'm going playoffs.
I think 10-7 is playoffs.
Yeah.
With me,
barring no injuries or nothing, I'm going.
Okay, playoffs. No injuries, I can give you 10 wins.
Yeah.
Then see, that's why I was about to give my answer. I'm between 8 and 10.
Yeah,
that's where I'm at because 8 is where you have an injury here and there. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying, and you losing a few games that you shouldn't lose. You know, but 10 wins with this schedule. If you're healthy, those starters return, and you know what we've been seeing is valid, then I can give you that 10 wins. But on the flip side, I'm gonna stick with 8 just to be pedestrian.
Mm-hmm. I'm going 10 wins based off of the fact, like I said, being healthy. That offensive line is gonna win us a lot of games.
We're gonna control some games.
Yeah, and this is my thing is, and you know, Dennis Hyatt got a point, and this is my only question mark here. I need to be sure about this defense. You know what I'm saying? We don't have starters playing. We really don't have some starters playing on the defense, but I need to see that defense before I can just say, okay, we can get 10 wins. You know what I'm saying?
But this the thing, King. Let me go.
Go ahead.
This the thing, King. The best way to help a struggling defense or a defense that you don't know about is to keep them off the field. And we have that ability to do that with this offensive line that we have.
And the run game. I was going to get into that big game. Also, you got to think about how productive we was defense last season. We didn't know where any play production was going to come from last season.
Right.
And this is the second year into the Glenn defensive era. It's I know it's going to be shaky sometimes, but like I said, if we can control the ball offensively, it will relieve the defense. And if we get that production on them ends and keep that depth and keep healthy, the upside is 10-7. Downside, if we did have to deal with injuries and stuff like that, it will be 7-10.
Like they say, the best way to beat Mahomes is keep him on the sideline.
Either way, whether it's 10-7 or 7-10, that's more than double the production that we had last season.
Most definitely.
So that's going in the right direction.
Yeah, pass rush is definitely going to be a big factor. Yeah. You know, we did, you know, what we did on defense last year against certain teams with a zero pass rush.
Mm-hmm.
So we got Okrower who returns. We have Aiden Hutchinson now. I think we can do a lot better when it comes to putting some pressure on some quarterbacks. So
also we got a nice size fella in the middle, McNeil too. We can't forget about that
monster,
as well.
Man, just monster, man.
Shout out to him.
Listen, I got McNeil as the breakout player on defense this year.
I'll go with it. I'll go with it.
You got to think about it. Look what he did with no edge help.
Yeah. The only edge help like I said, we didn't really get production on the defensive line last year, but besides nobody but Harris.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? That's about it. Harris had 7 sacks last season. So I can see it, man. Get everybody helps everybody. You know what I'm saying? When you start plugging in those studs on your defensive line, if they're getting that pressure, you helping your linebacker core, you helping your corners, you helping your safety. Everything behind you gets better when you put pressure on the quarterback, man. That's just what it is. So if we can do that consistently, then I'm gonna say, hey, we can definitely get them 10 wins.
So we're gonna rock with that. And listen, if I'm wrong, I don't mind being wrong. You can come on and clown me about, if we ain't nowhere near 10-7. But for me, I'm gonna predict that as the high end, low end, 7-10.
Yeah, high end, low end, man. 7-10 wins, man. That's just where we go with it.
With that being said, fellas, is it time to switch it up?
Switch it up. First half hour done. It's that time, man.
All right. We switch to that Pistons talk.
Let's go. It's Pistons time.
Woo.
All righty.
Yes, indeed. Listen. Hey. Woo, yeah, we're loud and proud. Listen. Pistons just released their schedule for the season. In the midst of them releasing their schedule for the season, they also released some merch that we kind of got into a discussion last season about. Then we brought on a special guest to elaborate what that Detroit versus everybody, man. As you can see in the background, you see we're repping it. Detroit Pistons, Detroit versus everybody, collaboration, guys.
What was it, Willie?
Collaboration.
Okay, Boo Capone.
Listen. This is going to be. This is a tremendous thing. Listen. Of course, they had a pop-up shop down at the practice facility. Me and King, of course, we attended, and of course, to support. Like I said, those guys at Detroit versus everybody. Tommy Walker, Sean Williams. Those are our brothers. And we definitely had to support and show love because this is monumental for the city. You hear it all the time when the teams get disrespected or we don't get no love, and people keep asking, is Cade Cunningham gonna get calls this year? Is the Pistons gonna get the respect? Oh, we only got one game nationally. Oh, we're not getting no love. So it's definitely Detroit versus everybody. And this movement, to me, is right on time.
Yeah.
Would y'all agree?
Perfect timing. Perfect timing for the Teal. Perfect timing for Detroit versus everybody. Perfect timing for everything that the Pistons are doing right now. It is falling in line. And with that said, the schedule that you was mentioning is the perfect type of schedule. I like my schedule gritty, tough. When I got a young team, I want them to play the best players in this league, the best talent in this league. The only way that you're going to become that team of absolute dogs is if you can, come together in tough games and in tough situations against star players and great playoff teams. You know what I'm saying? So I love that schedule. I didn't want anything easy. We know we don't get easy schedules, but I didn't want anything easy. It's the perfect type of schedule, man. Perfect.
Exactly. Now, Big A, man, I know you've been waiting for a minute, and then you see it in the background, guys. Y'all see the teal is back, and we had it last season. We talked about it when that teal. What did you say, Big A? When that teal come back,
I am getting that cave.
he was getting that cave. So we'll be rocking that. I know the teal thing. Of course, some people, a little bit of the older crowd.
Get off my lawn.
Right. They didn't really like the teal era.
Oh, it was the worst era in basketball. Where have you been for the last 10
That's all
years?
that is. Listen, if people understood, and this is what gets me sometimes with our city and our fans, right? And it's like, that is arguably top 3 jerseys. Like, for the longest, if you seen somebody with a Pistons jersey on, that had that Grant Hill teal jersey on.
Grant Hill teal.
You know what I'm saying? Like, and sometimes it just frustrates me with our fans and our people. Like, this is arguably top 3, top 5. It's not getting outside of top 5. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Jersey ever in the league. I mean, I could come off my head. You got the teal Pistons jersey. You got the Rainbow City Denver jersey. You got the Vancouver Grizzly Aqua. Aqua.
Now, of course, we're in the battle with them because
what I'm saying?
They said they had the Vancouver Grizzlies had the
right.
Excuse us, but so when you think of teal and you think of the NBA, first thing come to mind is the Pistons. There ain't no Vancouver Grizzlies.
But see, look, and this is what people don't understand, because in them times they was not calling that teal, they was calling it aqua. Like, come on, get out of here.
Yeah,
we are the real teal. You know what I'm saying?
But it's definitely brings an excitement back, to the city. It's definitely going to bring crowds back out, to support as well, and it brings up, from a lot of young guys didn't witness that era.
Man, hey, listen. Shout out to the legend, the GOAT, Ty Mopkins, for setting Memphis Grizzlies straight.
Indeed, yes.
No, we the real teal. That's what I'm saying. Yeah. Shout out Ty Mopkins.
Exactly.
Always listen, wherever Ty Mopkins go in the world, because he's well traveled, one thing you're gonna know about that man, he real and he from the D and he puts on.
Man,
yeah, he does. Listen, and he was there at the pop-up shop too. And me and King, we sat out there, chopped it up with him as well. And like you said, he always reps the D. And I had to ask a question, so I got to keep a little hush of what may be in store later on down the road. But it may be some fire coming along, so I'm gonna keep it hush for now until I know for sure. But yeah, he's definitely a pillar of the city. He definitely reps. And he's going to have something on board with the teal as well. With that being said, with the teal or with the schedule, a lot of comments in going on about the Rico Hines footage.
We ain't getting the footage, y'all. They just ain't gonna give it to us, bro. I mean, I've just recently seen them upload footage with Draymond Green on there. You had Steph Curry, Cade Cunningham. You had multiple star players. And you gave us nothing, Rico Hines. It's on purpose, man. It's Detroit versus everybody.
But he's showing the one where they had Paul George. Mm-hmm. Hey, Scotty Barnes putting the locks on James Harden. Those freaking long arms, man.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Hey, I see James Harden workout video, man. The boy is in shape, but he is shape. He's shaped weird though.
Yeah, he is. But he in the best shape of his career, man. He's back to that skinny, OKC James Harden type of fit.
He took off that fat suit. That's what it was. That's what it was. He got his way up out of Brooklyn.
Yeah, well, first he had to get up out of Houston, so he had to wear that Houston first, and then when he got to Brooklyn, he dropped the fat suit, and then when he get, he the one that fluctuate weights when it's time for him to get traded.
They showed the footage of Paul George constantly. Pascal's, Siakam been living there for the last month. You know what I'm saying? Scotty Barnes has been there. Obviously, they got ties to Rico Hines. So, but your young Pistons squad took it upon themselves to get together as a squad and go down there and try to shut down the gym at Rico Hines, man.
But you know what else I noticed, King?
What?
That you seen these young Piston guys together everywhere.
even during the playoffs, from the playoffs, those guys meeting up there had things going on. But not only there, I've seen clips of some of the guys at the Pro AM situation. Like I said, these guys, they are literally bought in together. That's what they are. They are together. That's the first important step to a young basketball team. Yeah. That is the first step right there. These guys got to start buying in and believing in each other. They got to trust each other. They got to put their egos to the side. We have one of the most youngest, versatile, and unselfish type of teams, in the NBA. So to have all those guys at Rico Hines, along with Corey Joseph, to have those guys at Rico Hines together like that, man, showing up, everybody was there. Even Kevin Knox was there. You know what I'm saying?
Indeed. So let's get into the nitty-gritty of it, this roster. I got to ask this question. Going into the season, who you guys feel is the most important, I would say, player or aspect of this team going into the season?
I'm going to go with Jaden Ivey.
Okay.
And the reason why at the 2 spot, we've been suffering. So Jaden Ivey being a rookie, you just never know what you're going to get in a rookie season. You're just not. So it's going to be pressure on him, obviously, playing that 2-guard spot. But we definitely going to need him to play well because we got a tough schedule. And if we plan on getting to a fast start, we need Ivy to be ready. You can look on anybody on the bench, you know what I'm saying, and say the same. But when it comes to the starting units, we need Ivy to come out running.
Okay. What about you, Big A? What you pondering?
I'm going with the young fella, Killian.
Yeah.
Because and the reason why I'm going with Killian is because he's going to be the veteran with that second team.
Yeah.
And I just want to see consistency with him running that second unit because everything is going to go through him.
Okay. I'm going to go with Isaiah Stewart. Okay. Reason why I'm saying Isaiah Stewart is because based off of his growth and whether or not if he's going to play the 4 or the 5, it's going to tell where our future will be going forward as far as free agency goes. Because if you think about it right now, the guard position seems to be a lock. And of course, Sadiq Bey is going to be at, primarily at the 3. So with Isaiah Stewart, whether his play, whether he can play off that 4 or we have to leave him at that 5, it's going to tell because, like I said, this is supposed to be another big season for us as far as like free agency goes because we got the cap space. So we got to know whether or not we're going to use that to fill the 4 or the 5. And I think that's contingent upon Isaiah Stewart's play or whether or not either he's going to start at that 4 or that 5 or is he going to move to the bench. It's all based on his production going to the season.
Can I say something? If Isaiah Stewart is playing anything but the 4 this year, the whole coaching staff need to be fired.
Yep.
Why is that?
What do you mean?
Why? He had his most success playing the 4.
He's always been a 4. He's never been a 5. And he showed you, even within the summer league, he showed you, hey, I can hit this 3. Them 3s he was hitting, it wasn't just I'm throwing it up. Them was formed shots.
And see,
hold on. Yeah. And people, when it comes to Isaiah Stewart, and this is the thing that irritates me the most, because when it comes to Isaiah Stewart, people remember last year, him playing out of position. We don't go back to where he made NBA All-Rookie team playing the 4.
Right. And see, that's what I was saying why it was so important, because if he plays at that 4, do we go after what do we go after in that free agency? Do we need to go after the 4 or we already dressed the 4 with Isaiah Stewart? We got a future potentially at the 5 position. So that's why I feel like he's the most important, because if he can solidify himself at that 4, that changes the perspective and the move going into free agency season with the moves that we need to make.
But this is the thing you got to realize, right? And this is where I think the coaching staff seen it. When he was hitting them 3s, they're like, oh, shut it down. We seen what he was working out on and what he was doing was the real deal. So to me, if the coaching staff put him anywhere besides the four, you don't want this man to be successful. And my thing about it is, I don't see them putting him nowhere besides the four. That's why you go get a Nerlens Noel. You know what I'm saying? That's why they made the trade up to go get Durant when he was there. So to me, Stu Days at the 5 playing out of position. That's over. He going back to the 4.
Well, I can see him at the 4, but they're going to be lined up, of course, where he's going to be at the 5 when we do go to, I guess, the small ball lineup, you could say. But like I said, that's why for me he's that important piece this upcoming season because of him being that more likely he's going to be going back and forth. But if his primary place is to be that 4 and he's going to be that production, that definitely is going to be a telltale what the Pistons going to be going forward.
So here's how I see it, especially what Troy Weaver is doing. Whether Stewart goes to the bench or not, not worried about Stewart right now.
Okay.
We got the free agency money. We have that cap. That's going to be more leaning towards Kelly Olynyk and Noel are not going to be long timers here with the Pistons.
That's a fact.
So whether Isaiah Stewart, Durant, and Bagley, I'm not worried about them. We're going to bring somebody in here regardless. Those guys are going to be moving on. You know what I'm saying? So we'll have that money.
And that's what that's why I'm getting towards, because we're looking at a guy to come in either at the 4 or the 5.
Yeah.
No, they're not looking at the 4. They're looking at the 5.
They're going to bring somebody at 5.
But that's the thing though. If we're looking about free agency, a lot of the top-notch guys looking at it, I didn't see a lot of 5s in that market. You know what I'm saying? That's what I'm saying. It's not a lot of 5s that we can bring in out of free agency if we got top dollar that we want to bring in.
I mean, like I said, at the 5 position anyway, I mean, it's not like we're trying to bring a superstar that's going to be the pivotal point of the team at the 5. We got Kane, we got Ivy, we got Sadiq Bey, we got other guys. You know what I'm saying?
But you they're gonna be clamoring like, we got the money. We got this money.
But Troy he's not somebody just pull the trigger just to do it. Troy's going to build his team the way he's going to build his team, and that's just for success. He says it over and over and over. I want something that's going to last, some longevity. You know what I'm saying? I gotta say this for kicks and giggles, and it's gonna ruffle a whole lot of feathers because I know folks seen it, so I'm gonna have to put it out there.
Before you go, Big Willie, and that's the thing, right? So I'm looking up the centers that's in free agency next year, and this where when you look at this thing, right? It's some guys that's gonna come in here because that's gonna do what we need: rim protect, rebounds, some putback. So when you look at it, of course, you got Al Horford, Nikola Vucevic from Chicago. You got Miles Turner. You got Steven Adams. You got Brooke Lopez. You got Wiseman, who's a free agency next year. So, I mean, you have some guys that you can go out there. Miles Turner will fit right in over here. You know what I'm saying? Like, we just need you to grab some boards, rim protect, be able for us to drop it down low to you. So it's like we're not looking like King said, we ain't looking for a center to come in here to put up 30 points. We got all the scorers. We just need some help down low.
We need them to come in here and play a certain position. That's why I said I don't think they're going out to use that money for a center per se, but they're going to spread that money around. We got some guys with some contract situations that we're going to have to pay too. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? They're going to spread some of that money around. But, I got Banks in the comments got a question, and it's something I've been seeing a lot. It's been about Victor. You know what I'm saying? The Pistons tanking for players, that's done.
That's over with.
That's done, man.
That's over with.
I'm gonna say this, and I've been saying it all since the offseason. If the Pistons tank, that means Casey is done. If the Pistons are tanking, more than likely Casey has been fired within the season.
First of all, Casey will not get fired for anything. Casey will move to the front office before they fire him. They've made that.
Well, if he moves to the front office, he's going to be moving out that coaching position. So he's going to be fired as a coach. He may move up, but I don't see Casey still being in that position if we're in a position.
Why is that?
How long has Casey been here?
It don't matter. That's
it's got.
That's us fans thinking that. It's up to Troy Weaver.
But see, this the thing is, at some point in time, we got to start being productive. And if we're 3 years in, 3 years straight tanking, that's not productive.
If you decide as a GM that you want to have another tanking season to get a player as a staff, why does that fall on Casey?
Well, because that, like I said, it doesn't make sense to tank again when you got the players here. Wait, no, I'm just saying. I'm just putting it out there. You got the players here. You got cap space to get further players here. Why go into the draft to get a guy that, if we're already working on having our starting five as is, who we get to put in that position that we don't already have? First of all, forth in the future.
First of all, they've said themselves that they're done with that. That's over with.
I know.
Do that.
Yeah.
But Casey's job, I mean, that should have nothing to do with that situation. If you
that's what I'm saying, though. If we're in the position where we're starting to tank, that means we're losing drastically. If we're losing drastically after having the guys that we have on this team now, something has to give. Like, we can't go through another season like we did last season and the year before. If we're being
have nothing to do with Casey.
Listen,
but they will now. That's what I said. They will now.
Listen, we ain't even got to go down that rabbit hole because the Pistons ain't tanking.
No,
simple as that.
Now, now before we go any further, I got to go down this rabbit hole before I let. That's what I say we got to get this little kicks and giggles out when we talk about free agency, because there was some whispers and little things going out there about your boy wanting to come home, make want to come home. Draymond Green.
No.
Not gonna happen.
Not gonna happen.
He think he finna get a max contract coming here. He can stay there.
Get it. First of all, Troy Weaver is not an idiot. Okay, so he's not about to get. Listen, Draymond Green, I wanted him here as a Piston some years ago.
I think we all did.
This donut hole, Draymond Green, at the latter parts of his career, I don't want that. That is classic. That is classic Pistons behavior, and I want none of it.
Charlie Villanueva, like Josh Smith, Tracy McGrady.
I would rather watch Stewart, Durant, or anybody else than Draymond Green come over. You're not finna win the championship with Draymond Green.
Agree.
Leave his ass in Oakland.
Oakland. Yeah, he can stay over there across the bridge. Yeah, I agree. But I had to put that out there for the kicks and giggles. So, with that being said, we already mentioning that there will be no taking this season. So, is it too early for us to do the predictions, or can we go on and give some predictions for the season?
Predictions?
We can do some predictions.
So, what you got, Big A? What's your prediction?
My prediction, well, no injuries. We always got to say that, right?
Yeah.
Because everybody healthy. I'm looking at the Pistons being right outside of the play-in. That's what I'm looking at.
Outside the play-in or the playoffs?
The play-in.
The play-in.
I know what the difference is. Play-in and play-off.
Okay. Just had to be clear, saying for the fans out there. What you say, King?
I'm in the same spot, right outside the play-in. It's tough to get in, but one thing we got to realize, we have these guys on our team. They're young.
Exactly.
We have a very young team.
Mm-hmm.
So let's not get ahead of ourselves. And put those type of expectations on these guys. If they do get to the play-in, wonderful.
Yeah,
wonderful.
Well, guess what? Guess what, guys? I'm putting the expectations on them. Pistons in the playoffs. I'm pulling my Charles Barkley. I guarantee Pistons in the playoffs this season. Not the play-in. I'm predicting playoffs. How about
Shaq
that?
at when somebody needs to be flat.
I'm going with the playoffs. I'm putting that I want that load on them guys. I believe that this could be a playoff team. So
I'll give you play-in. I'm gonna
go ahead.
I'm gonna go. Not bona fide playoffs. Hell no. Nah.
High-end playoffs.
One season jump.
Yeah. High-end playoffs, low-end play-in. That's me. That's why I'm gonna go with that, and I'm gonna stick to it. And if I'm wrong, of course, y'all let me know.
Yeah.
Y'all let me know.
Say I'll have what Big Willie's having. Hey, that's Kool-Aid is what that is.
No, that's them dilly dillies.
Hey, no, that's that scissor.
Listen, I'm on them dilly dillies. That's what I'm be on.
Hey man, no, but like I said, man, obviously every Pistons fan would love for something like that to happen.
Of course.
These is kids we got right now, and they got to go out there. They have to play together. You know, we had an entire season of these guys not really having an opportunity to be consistent and play with each other. You know what I'm saying? So when we got somewhat of that, because it never really happened after the All-Star break, they played much better basketball.
Exactly.
They have to get reps, man. These guys got to get reps.
And it's contingent, like you guys say, barring any injuries. If they're healthy throughout the season, which you're going to have a few nicks and bruises, but nothing like major or substantial, then yeah, if they're healthy, fully healthy, I'm gonna ride with that. And like I said, low end would be playing. If they don't, then hell, we're gonna hear about it.
Yeah, absolutely, man.
Absolutely. Now we had somebody had put in the comments about if the Michigan Wolverines is gonna win the Big Ten this year. So is it time to switch over to some Wolverine talk?
Hey man, we our full hour in. It's time.
Let's get it. Yeah.
All right, man. All right. Let's talk about that maze, man.
And now, of course, we 2 weeks away from the season opener of the Michigan Wolverines football season. They open it up against who's that? Colorado State.
Yes.
And the question is, I guess we can wait till we finish discussing to answer that question. But going into it, we got talk about this team a little bit. Big A, man, what's your take on it?
Hey, listen, before we even go any further, W3Kings will be at the season opener.
That's right.
We gonna be in the building.
Listen, if you guys is gonna be down there tailgating, y'all need to let us know, man. Y'all need, let us know. We come kick it with you, share a couple of dillies and some brats with your boys.
Listen. I want to say something because y'all know we ain't been on in a while, right? And we're gonna have some heat on us to give away. Yeah. So please make sure you following the YouTube, the Instagram, TikTok,
Facebook.
And this just gonna be a preview, man. Walk up to us, say, W3Kings, what up, though? Listen.
Big A. Really was good.
I'm bringing Aiden Hutchinson autographed rookie card. That's going to be on me. We bringing David Ajabo autographed rookie. We got 3 Dax.
Hey, your boy's balling today. If y'all watch the preseason, you got a pick off.
Hey. Hassan Haskins autograph. I even got some of the
Wolverines, man, doing the big out there in this preseason. We got a lot of guys making plays out there in preseason, of course.
Dexter Stingley autograph. Kyle Hamilton autograph. This one for King, his favorite out of the draft. Kayvon Thibodeau autograph.
Yes, indeed.
Look,
who?
A guy that we all wanted, Drake London autograph. George Karlaftis autograph.
That's my dog.
Devin Lloyd autograph. And look, I even got something for them ratchet dudes that play up in that woodshed. Kenneth Walker autograph. So listen, if you in the big house, you see King, Big Willie, myself, come up to us, say, what up, though? Make sure you follow all of our social media. Man, we gonna bless you.
Listen, also, while we're talking about it, make sure y'all like, subscribe, W3Kings YouTube channel, because we still we didn't quite make our number like we did last season because we wanted to do a big giveaway, but we didn't get to that 500 mark that we was looking for. So we get to that this season. We definitely want to make sure that we look out for our guys that got us up to that number, because we got, like I said, we got some heat waiting on y'all for sure. So make sure y'all like, subscribe, let your peoples know. Also, while we're talking about going forward, like you guys, we like to interact with you guys as well. So we're gonna be inviting guys to come in with us too to chop it up with the Kings. So most definitely look forward to that. But let's get back on topic with these Wolverines, man.
So you know, a lot of people feel like, you know, Michigan, because, you know, we lost our coach. A lot of people feeling like as if Michigan was just a team full of a bunch of fifth-year seniors. You know, they feel like as if Michigan, it was a fluke. Listen. Michigan lost, but we also brought some stuff in too. You know what I'm saying? You know, we still running the same systems. You know, offense is going to probably be more of the stronger, but don't sleep on that defense neither. I'm telling you, the defense, we might not have the two guys who had a combined over 20 sacks, right? It's going to be a collective. And I know y'all seen them, you know, working and bringing in Anabe, you know, former 5-star.
Which brings depth, of course.
Oh, most definitely. You know what I'm saying? Coming up out of, you know, he was playing at the same school with Blake Corum, Nakai Hill Green, Derek Moore. You know, Bill Poggi is, you know, on the staff. So.
Out of that Baltimore section over there, of course. You know, he started off at Alabama. You know, didn't work out there. You know, transferred out of there and went to another school, and then ended up, you know, going to 3 different schools. So he finally, like you say, he graduated. Now he's coming over here to contribute. So definitely,
listen,
to getting that depth, of course.
This one thing I want to say, right? You know, when I see comments like this, right, you have to ask yourself, right, have you ever been, you know, 17, 18, right, and you got the world at your feet, you know, things is different, you're away from home, you know what I'm saying, and we say, oh, there's a reason why Saban dropped him, you know what I'm saying? Listen, that dude, you know, he talked about, you know, how he took things, you know what I'm saying? And life is not about how you start, man. And that's one thing y'all got to realize and understand. It's about how you finish. Mm-hmm. You know, a lot of time we sit there and we like to throw, you know, throw stones at people. A lot of people, you know, the stuff that's being thrown at these kids coming out of college, and let's not act like Saban himself is a saint. We talking about Nick Saban here.
Exactly.
So, let's not throw stones at a kid that's 17.
Exactly.
You know, 18 when he's coming out of high school. You know, and he made some decisions that was wrong. You know what I'm saying? But thank God he's still given the opportunity to turn it around.
Mm-hmm.
He has that opportunity. Sometimes the rug got to get swept from up under you to understand and realize what you got.
Exactly. So I want to address this question, you know, with Joshua Austin about, you know, UCLA and USC coming to the Big Ten, possible Oregon, Notre Dame in a few years. You know, of course, this, you know, it's about them TV deals, of course, for one. For two, you know, they are gearing up for these super conferences, in my opinion, and you know, it's going to bring a lot of light towards the Big Ten, but it's also going to help with recruiting as well. You know, because Michigan, you know, we usually do pretty well recruiting for the West Coast, but now that we going to have an opportunity with USC and UCLA coming over and us playing over there, that recruitment over in that area will be definitely, you know, definitely good for our team. And it also is going to raise a lot of questions about guys playing over there in the West Coast had to come over here in this Midwest and feel what that NFL feel like with that weather. With that weather. So it's definitely going to be intriguing to see those, you know, those teams going over there as well as us playing over there, because that's, of course, a different time zone. So it's definitely intriguing, but to me, it just makes for a bigger play when it comes, like I said, TV deals and those super conferences. You know, it's all, you know, for me, top of the thing is going to be money, of course.
You know, when I look at that, I mean, I don't see Oregon already said no. You know, Oregon wants to kind of get back to where they were kind of at the top, and then, you know, Notre Dame is Notre Dame. You know what I'm saying? But after a while, Notre Dame is gonna have to find something, because what's gonna end up happening is these teams in these conferences with all this moving and dealing, they ain't gonna be willing to be playing somebody that just ain't. Why should I continue to let you play teams in my conference to benefit you?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So, does Notre Dame joining the conference boost that conference? 100%. But you do nothing for that conference when they continue to stay outside of it. So
exactly,
Notre Dame is gonna have to make a choice.
Especially like I said, with the TV deals with the Big Ten, partner up with NBC, Fox, CBS. Notre Dame's hold on NBC is not going to be so exclusive anymore. So they're gonna have to make some moves, and I believe, which they should have been done years ago, is join the Big Ten. Stop being scared.
But we already know what that is.
They're being scared. That's what it is. They're being scared. That's why they dropped us from the us playing each year, because they ain't want to deal with us every year. And now and for a true Michigan fan, that I want to say it makes you mad, because you look forward to that. That was part of the package going into the season with Michigan. Beginning of the season, you played Notre Dame. Middle of the season, you played State. And at the end of the season, you played Ohio State. And you look forward to all those pinpoints throughout the season. And with Notre Dame trying to, do their thing, they kind of messed that up for me. So that's why, I with Notre Dame. I know, Notre Dame was outside Ohio State. Notre Dame was my next hated team in college, man. Then it's Texas.
You guys done talking about TV? I came to bring the smoke today. I chose.
What's the violence, man? What's going on, King?
Quarterback battle.
Ooh.
I'm hearing a lot of good things about Mr. Cade.
Listen, and I've been hearing a lot about McNamara myself there, King.
Yeah, Jake Butt had went on, man, and he was talking about how Cade just looked better to him. And it's not even him, it's a couple of other figures that said the same thing. Man, what's happening with the situation?
What it is that with JJ, he takes more risk. And with him taking more risk, Cade is not going to do that. Cade is going to be efficient, and it's going to look good.
You got Jared Goff versus Matthew Stafford.
Listen, I was just about to say that. And what gets me is with these reports that's coming with the Cade and the JJ, is because it's easy. You look good being a dang on check down king. You know what I'm saying? But when you got these guys, and this is a thing that we got to understand this. We got these guys that's like, dude, why am I going to come to this school when the quarterback can't even get the ball 40 yards down the field?
Thank you.
We cannot continue to run an RPO. And like I say, I like Cade. But if we're trying to run an RPO system, it has to be believable. We seen what he did when he had to play a stingy defense. There was nothing he can do.
We got a stubborn man, that head coach.
And that's going to cost us in recruiting. Because like I said, these 5-star guys, they want to know they're going to come in. They want the yards, they want the touchdowns, they want the percentages. But you're going to dink and dunk and hand the ball off. These quarterbacks like, why am I going to come here for that? So it's definitely.
See, the thing is, and what they're looking at, right? And this is what I believe is going to happen, right? Cade is going to start. But I think by the time we get into that Big Ten play, JJ is going to get that go. Because the thing about it is, if we're trying to run this RPO system, we have to have the threat of the quarterback running. It does not work. Either the quarterback you have to have the threat of him running or him passing out of it. Your quarterback can't go up there knowing he running the RPO, already knowing he handing the ball off no matter what he looked like.
How many opportunities did we sit there and watch those games, full games together, and say, if Cade just ran that guy.
If he just pulled the ball, just pull it. Dude, like we always talk about the whole Army game with Zach Charbonnet. That dude ran the ball 40 times as a freshman against Army. Because why? We run an RPO system where the quarterback don't want to pull the ball.
And we got to get them receivers involved because we got a deep receiving core.
Man, we got one of the
And
best.
also, there's another one. Just like the Lions, we got a dog offensive line, man. Yep. Ain't no way that with the line that we got that this offense should not be open. We got depth at running back. We got depth at wide receiver. We got depth at tight end. We got a veteran offensive line, and we got a veteran quarterback at the helm. There's no way that this offense should not be opening up, and we shouldn't be scoring points. And if we get stagnated, and that's where you're making that point, Big A, we get stagnated. There's no way we can't implement. And if JJ McCartney come in and he's hot and he stays hot, there's no reason for us to go back.
Listen, I'm going to say this, and I mean this from the bottom of my heart.
Bottom of my heart.
Jared Goff can take you to a Super Bowl. Matthew Stafford wins you one.
Ooh.
Cade can take you to the big game. He's not going to win a big game for you. But I think JJ, with the experience, he can, simply because of his tools. You've seen in that game, even though, we lost the way we did, when JJ did get a short opportunity in that game, you've seen it. You know what I'm saying? So it's just like being a game manager is that's fine. I get it. You don't turn the ball over, but checking down the ball and not putting pressure on defenses is only going to take you so far.
I agree with you on that one, King. And that's, basically what you said is all in a nutshell. Cade is going to get us there. No question. I believe that Cade will get us there. But if we're trying to get to that next level, if we're trying to get to that national championship and win that national championship, to me, it would have to be
listen. Guess how, like with the backs we have in the backfield. If we got a quarterback that's a threat to run and we're running a true RPO,
put the pressure on him.
I don't understand what we need to see. We saw what Cade did against Georgia, and we saw what JJ did against Georgia. You know what I'm saying? And I know a lot of people like to go back to that Michigan State game with JJ and that fumble, but that was confirmed that Blake Corum didn't know that was a run. So that wasn't even JJ's fault. A lot of people were still mad at him because of that state game. That came out and said that it was Blake Corum fault because Blake didn't understand. He didn't know that was a run.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? So we got to understand when we looking at them games, we looking in these big moments, man. JJ, he just gives you that other level. I mean, good God, the man it's quarterbacks in the NFL that's not going to run right and throw back 50, 60 yards on a dime.
The other side of the field.
On a dime, dude.
And, like I said, man, I swear to you, I'm not knocking Cade.
Me neither.
But, bro, you got to put pressure on these fucking defenses. Yeah. You can't be out there on some vanilla shit. You know what I'm saying? You got to put pressure on them. You making life easy for them. You know what I'm saying? Go out there and have them guessing. They know what they're going to get with you. You ain't going to pull the ball and run.
You looking for the tight ends all day. All day.
Like, they know what you're doing out there. I want to be unpredictable. That's what I want to be.
It was one play in the what game? I want to say it was either Penn State or the Ohio State game, right? Dude, JJ threw. It was like Mike Sanders still ran like a 5-yard out, and you could see the corner sitting on it because he ain't thinking the quarterback gonna throw back that side. JJ laser beamed that boy. You know what I'm saying? You're not getting that out of Cade.
And Junior Colson, he made a comment. He said that JJ McCarthy out there making Patrick Mahomes like throws out there. That's that excitement that gets people, going.
You see in the practice, dude, he dropped the tear bucket in the thing. And people say, he threw that in double coverage. Look, that's one thing you got to understand, right? That pass he threw to Roman Wilson, that was the right read and the right throw. You're not getting that out of Cade, man. And listen, I love Cade, but this whole thing, like even Aaron Rodgers, right? Aaron Rodgers would take a sack before he throws a pick. It's known. Packer fans hate it. The organization hate it because he's gonna hold on to that ball because he don't want to throw it. He don't want to throw a pick. My thing with Cade is like you so worried about throwing picks that we're not throwing the ball vertically.
Mm-hmm. Either way, I think we're still, we're in. It's a good problem to have when you got two capable quarterbacks either way, and the offense that we're having. And like you said, it's going to be, the defense is really going to shock a lot of people. So with that being said, we got to call which, it's too early for predictions, or can we go with it?
No, we can go with it.
We can go with it. So what you got, King? What you say?
Man, why y'all doing this to me right now? Man, I got to see JJ with the football consistently before I can say we going into the big games, you know what I'm saying, and pulling out some wins. So I don't know, man. I say we get to the cup, but I think we fall short.
Fall short of what? Which one?
I'm talking about the big game. I'm not talking.
So you got us winning the Big Ten, is what you're saying?
Yeah, I got us winning the Big Ten.
All right, okay.
Yeah, that's most definitely. But I'm talking about when we get to the big stage, I just don't know. I need to see JJ consistently. I need to see him with the ball in his hands before I can say we got a chance to go out here and beat one of these big teams.
All right. Big A, what's your prediction, man?
I'm going national championship. I'm going national champion
because
this is my belief. This is where I'm believing. I think, like I say, once again, when we get to Big Ten play, the switch is going to be made, and I think that switch is going to be made either in the Maryland game or before the Maryland game. And by the time we go to Iowa, JJ is going to be starting.
Okay, so
because listen, the one thing about it. What people got to understand is, once again, our offensive line, listen, they just won the Joe Moore Award. And we lost two guys, our starting center, but then we got the Remington Award runner-up from Virginia, and then Trente Jones stepping in at right tackle. So our offensive line, we're still going to control some things and move some things. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? And the thing that's going to help us also is we have a soft schedule. So we got 4 games where we can figure this out.
The lightning ain't gonna strike twice, Joshua. Remember, Sparty ain't getting lucky again.
Oh yeah, come on, man.
Yeah. Nobody listen with Spartans. Listen, I'm like I said, I'm not a Spartan hater. I'm liking what they got going over there, but they're not surprising nobody this year. And you gotta look at their schedule too before they get to Michigan. They got a lot of big teams they got to go through before they get to Michigan. They're going to be wore down by the time they get to Michigan, so that's going to be a big factor. My prediction. I got Michigan with 1 loss, winning the Big Ten, winning the first playoff game, losing the national championship. I got them with 1 loss. Yeah, I can do that.
We go into the national champ. This is the thing I want y'all to understand about Sparty, right? And this was the thing, like I said, once again, when you understand the game, when you playing the game, one factor that we don't talk about is we had a first-year defensive coach who didn't understand that, he's coming from the league where a team has to let you sub. They have to, give you time, to get your subs in and stuff like that. We had Mike McDonald who wasn't understanding that, So, and that was another factor we had to deal with. But, yeah, and another thing you got to realize, Michigan State, you don't have Kenneth Walker. You don't.
And they're playing in the big house, too.
Yeah,
let's not forget that.
And that's another thing. You lost Lyman, too.
I need y'all to look at Michigan State schedule before y'all make that prediction and see that murder's row that they got to go through before they get to Michigan. Okay, before y'all get, they got to go through murder's row.
Tuck ain't going to be coming. He going to be running.
Right.
It's going to be murder's row. So that's why I understand what people, think with Michigan State. And, I'm hoping for, all the success outside of them playing Michigan. But y'all got to look at their schedule and see what the Big Ten schedule that they have in the beginning before they get to Michigan is tough.
This
we
what I
ain't talking
love
about 20 years, Joshua.
And I was just about to say that. And this is what I love when state fans try to quantify what they think is what a
That
rivalry
little
is.
ass margin.
You know what I'm saying? You want to take 20 years. How about when the last time y'all got a first round draft pick? Let's talk about that. Like, come on, man. It's what y'all think is a rivalry is not a rivalry. The only time it become a rivalry is when Michigan get tired of state talking. Like the boys is now. They tired of y'all talking, and you're gonna see what the NFL feel like.
Y'all done got Big A going. Y'all done got Big A going.
Us three, our first big house game was against State, 44-15.
Yeah, beat the shit out you.
Like, come on, man. It wasn't even a game. Like, come on. Look at this.
This is
where is he at now? Like, get out of here, man. Like, get out of here, dude.
Oh,
hey,
man.
Hey, listen. You know who took his spot? A tackle from Michigan. Got that boy booted off at Tennessee. Like, come on, man.
Listen. This is gonna be a fun season, man. Because I know Sparty gonna be on this channel heavy. Because, like I said, they got us.
Hold on. Hey, listen, he got me fired up. And he talking about State produce way more QBs.
Are we talking about?
When the last time a State quarterback won a playoff game? When the last time a State quarterback got a ring? Oh, okay.
How many Hall of Famers do Michigan State have compared to Michigan?
Well, Brian Hoyer, he got a ring being a backup for who?
Right. Hey, but no.
There we go.
Big Willie, I was waiting to see if he's a really true Spartan fan because the last time Spartan fans got rings was because of a quarterback from Michigan. Even your boy who was over there in Michigan State, that's from Detroit. He got his ring because of who? Like, come on, man.
Ooh, y'all done got Big A fired. Listen, this is gonna be a good season now because we're gonna be. It's gonna be tough.
You can't come in here with some weak ass little arguments.
Yeah,
man.
You know what I'm saying? Like, if you're gonna come with it, man.
He also got a jail record too.
Exactly. Exactly. He the only
cheddar bob himself, man.
The greatest quarterback of all time came from where?
Hey, can you imagine this, Big Willie and King? You sitting up in the jail, you all tough. Hey, what you here for, man? Letting that thing off. Oh, who you hit? Myself.
Like,
cheddar bob.
You cheddar bob yourself? Listen. Come on, man. Listen, this is what I call the Jordan effect. Outside of Brady. Listen, you don't need nobody else.
Hold on. No, I got some names. You want to talk about outside of Brady? I mean, we still had Chad Henne. You still got Bob Greasy, who led a team and won a Super Bowl. Like, just because you don't know the names, you know what I'm saying? Matter of fact, we still got what's the one who was backing up Brady from Michigan over there at the Patriots? He got a couple of rings too. Like come on, man. The greatest quarterback that State got is you seen that? Kirk Cousins, who they gave him that contract.
Listen, but he out there getting paid.
That Dr. Jekyll and Hyde ass Vikings team.
He out there getting. Hey, listen, that man is getting paid right now, man. Cause that's about all he's doing. He's getting paid. That man, he finessed that. He's like the top finessing quarterback
this right here,
in the league.
This why sometimes you got to stop putting the comments.
He's
talking about as Michigan fans. You talking about we don't even claim Brady?
That's just cap.
Well, see, I think this is what Joshua was trying to get at because back when Brady was playing here, you know what I'm saying, the hype wasn't with Brady, it was with Henson.
But no, this is the thing though. We had the same issue what we have now though, because if you really know Michigan history, you had Drew Henson playing, you had Brady playing. So it was that same
But
thing.
right. And Henson was supposed to be the golden boy in that era. But Brady, he was that deal. Like I said, we all know Brady's story. We don't need to go more into depth with that. But Nick Foles wasn't a MSU guy. Nah, he wasn't. But it's gonna be fun though.
Listen. You can't, and that's the thing, right? You can't say Sparty. Even if you want to go here and say this, Sparty on the M since D'Antonio. Hey, the M got D'Antonio fired.
Listen, I agree with on that one. Yeah, D'Antonio did.
Come on, man.
They had some time. Listen, MSU had some time.
But listen,
they ain't gonna knock MSU with them having some time.
They living in it now, man.
Let them and listen, and they earned their moment. But understand what's about to happen.
Oh my God!
Y'all better keep that moment because what's going forward.
No, he didn't just say this. No, he didn't just say this.
All right, listen.
What? Okay, at this point, we talking about people that's not
no. He's talking to was he talking about basketball?
He just talking at this point.
Is we talking basketball?
Like what?
Listen, these comics really prove how easy it is when they even talk a Sparty degree and a Wolverine degree.
listen. Hold on. I gotta say this, guys, because I know you. It was an MSU guy that checked your boy not too long ago.
Who?
I was at training camp. You know what I'm saying? Admiring my view.
Oh.
Looking at my beautiful cheerleaders, you know what I'm saying? Showing them love. And this guy calls me out on Twitter. Said I was being a creep. And my creepy ass need to go talk to a real human female. Just because I was admiring the beautiful ladies of the Lions cheerleaders.
What are cheerleaders for? They catch your eye. They're for
entertainment.
And I was being
to look at, right?
And I was being a creep, and I'm like, man, who pissed in your cereal? But then I seen he bleed green, and he was an MSU fan. So shout out to that. If he's in here, shout out to you, man. You know what I'm saying? For saying
makes sense now. He must be one of those glizzy
types. Because you thought you ate with that one.
Yeah.
You thought it. Listen, just the heads up. Listen, it's a running joke. It's something that if y'all was with us last season, we joke about when we go to the games about me being like the perverted old man going after the cheerleaders, and I take pictures with the cheerleaders. It's all fun and game, guys.
Yeah.
It's not. Don't take it serious. There will be no cheerleaders harmed in my flirtation. For now.
Hey, y'all better chill out. Just like LL Cool J, the ladies love Big Willie, man.
Hey, listen, y'all better recognize. Oh man, listen, we having fun again, man. It's been a minute, man, since we did this, and I'm glad you guys is interacting with us, and we interact with you guys, man. This has definitely been fun getting back to it, and we will be getting back to it now that these seasons is going, man. So we got all the predictions. We predicted the Lions, we predicted the Pistons, we predicted the Wolverines, man, and we're gonna predict that we're gonna have a great season on W3Kings as well, man. We want you guys to, like I said, stay in with us, man. We're gonna be more interactive. Like I said, we're gonna be at more games this year, Lions and Pistons games. Like you said, Big A mentioned earlier, we will be at the home opener, man. So we look forward to meet you guys. If you guys see us, say what up, though. What's up, W3Kings, man? Chop it up with us. Like I said, invite us over, man. Share a brat, share a beer, man. We gonna kick it with you guys. We missed you.
Hey, and just for Kevin and Joshua, I'm burning this. I'm gonna really go green and recycle this.
And listen, and we've been staying away from this, and Tigers right now. We just listen. There was a celebration.
One step is done. Al Avila.
Listen. There was celebration in the streets when that brother got fired. So listen, we're going in the right direction, but.
Hey Kevin, I just want. Hey, listen, man. We know you having fun, bro. I don't know if this is your first time in here with us, man.
Yeah.
Look, we love to have fun. Anybody that would tell you if they seen King, Big Willie, look, man, we love to have fun, man.
Exactly.
Listen, we like to get fired up, man.
Yeah, it's talk with the fellas. That's what it is.
Didn't say that, Joshua. Is you.
And we love being interactive with you guys. So like I said, we thank you guys once again for joining us. Thank you guys for coming out. Listen, like we said, anything you guys want us to discuss, let us know. Leave us comments. Follow us on all platforms: YouTube, Facebook, TikTok, Instagram. We're there everywhere, man. Leave us some comments. Let us know what's going on. Also, I gotta make sure that I give a shout out once again. We still got our sponsor, Culture Detroit. located at 19327 Illinois. Listen, this week on the 27th, they'll be having a back to school rally at the store. We 3 Kings definitely, we're going to be there in support. If you guys want to come out, they're going to have, dogs and candy and prizes for the kids. They're going to have supplies and everything. So if you guys want to come out, like I said, the address once again is 19327 Illinois, down there, like 1 block off of 7 Mile on Illinois. Just come on out. We're going to be announcing. I'm going to probably be going live. We're going live. Let us know that we'll be there. If you got kids that need supplies, bring them on out. Chop it up with us. Come in the store, look around, man. They still got that heat up and now. Recently, I don't know if you guys know, little Scrappy. Little Scrappy. He came into the store.
Hey, it's some of the Sparty fans. They had Big Nicks in there.
Yes, yeah, Big Nicks. We're gonna pull that up, get their picture on there. Also, there'll be a lot of guys up there. I know you guys, familiar with G Mac Cash too. He always is in the building.
Yeah, even the governor.
Yes, yes.
Even Governor Whitmer's been there.
Yeah, so definitely come in, take a look around, man. Like I said, that's our family, man. It's a cool environment for y'all to come in just to take a look around, chop it up. Definitely, take a look in. But like I said, back to school rally, 12 to 6. Bring your kids on down, get some supplies. We definitely gonna be in there. Hope you guys can support that as well.
And also, I want to also mention, I've been working, as a lot of you know, I'm down here in Albuquerque, New Mexico, right? So I also been working with some guys down here, and I also want to give a shout out to Duke City Heat. They're also a shoe store. They got all the shoes, they got the clothes, and the one thing that's cool about it, this store is owned by a 14-year-old.
Oh wow!
So he owns this store. His dad. They put this together, and they're doing some big things down here in Albuquerque. They're about to open up 2 more stores, and y'all will soon be seeing W3Kings and Duke City Heat. We're going to be doing some collaborations. I want to get them on the podcast so y'all can also, like I say, Sonny is his name. He's 14 years old, man. And his dad is named Dave. They own Duke City Heat, and they're about to open up 2 stores. So if you ever in the Southwest in Albuquerque, I would recommend you go to the Cottonwood Mall, and go visit Duke City Heat, man. Very fair, man. If you're selling shoes, man, these guys are very fair. The fairest place here in New Mexico. Indeed. Probably in the Southwest. They work deals. They can get whatever shoe you need, and they just all about the community. So once again, that's Duke City Heat. You will see them on the podcast with us, and we're going to get that sponsorship from them also.
Exactly. It's like, listen, Joshua, if Michigan State beat Michigan, I will be on the podcast dressed in full MSU gear from head to toe. I take that bet. I'm taking that bet.
Listen, if
I'm taking that bet.
State beat Michigan, you can have my pinky toe.
you gonna have to shoot it off you?
Yeah.
Now you want to shoot me in my pinky toe.
Yeah.
Oh man,
great show, man. And listen, we sorry for the drought. We was getting things going on in the background. We gonna be bringing that heat. We gonna come to y'all consistently with that work. So listen, y'all gonna see us every Sunday. And listen, I will be in the city on the 30th. So y'all gonna see all 3 of us together. Like I said, we're going to the season opener. We're gonna be doing some things, Another thing I want to announce, listen, with Big Willie and King going to these games, listen, when y'all come up to them, hit them up. What up, though? Listen, they might have them about 20 Ks in them pockets, man. Hit them up, man.
Most definitely. Amongst some other things too, we're gonna try to get some things for you guys because we appreciate you guys for rocking with us for sure.
Hold on. Hey, look. That's we coming with that for sure, Banks.
Oh yeah, for sure.
We coming with that for sure.
We for sure.
You best believe first game we're gonna be draped in teal. I might have the Detroit versus everybody shirt on at first, but midway in the game, you're gonna see some teal.
Yeah. Listen, we gonna represent for real. And like I said, once again, I gotta give a shout out to my guys.
King.
Oh, listen.
All right, I'll take that bet. Y'all already know what this is. Y'all know my thing with Corey. You know what I'm saying? Look, Corey is in a good place with me now. I don't know why y'all don't believe me, man.
Listen, I'm getting a teal Corey Joseph jersey anyway.
Man. He was at Rico Hines giving Curry the business.
Hey, listen. That he's gonna be where he's supposed to be at anyway, and that's coming off the bench, and that's all we can ask, man. But definitely, listen, we thank you guys once again for rocking with us.
Yes,
this has been fun. We will be back once again. We're doing this every Sunday once again, adding some more things to it. Of course, gonna have some special guests, and we're also gonna be inviting you guys to come in with us as well. So we look forward to this upcoming season. Make sure you guys like and subscribe. Make sure you get some other guys to like and subscribe. If you guys got some stuff that y'all want to discuss with us, man, about these teams, like I said, we go back and forth with you too. Let us know, man. Leave us a comment. Facebook, Twitter, YouTube, everywhere. We're gonna check y'all out, bring y'all in, have some fun with us this season.
Listen, one thing about us, y'all, we want y'all to understand. Like how y'all was just seeing us with the Sparty. Look, we grew up together. That's our banter all day long. Look, we never gonna have y'all on an hour, 2 hour show. And we see the comments. We want y'all to keep commenting. We want you to understand that we see your comment. Hey man, we're gonna kick it with you while we doing the show too. You know what I'm saying?
Indeed. So with that being said, guys, listen, it's been a good night. Let's go and call it a day. You guys take care of your family, take care of your kids. We 3 Kings, we out.
Peace.